Hey, this is Mad Hatter, and it's been a long time since I put anything out. That's because life has been busy and chaotic, and I just haven't had time to get back into making things and playing Minecraft. So, here's a really simple one, and hopefully you guys like it. I know it's a problem that I have had sometimes, and I think it solves that in a way that is nice. So, let's assume that you are playing Minecraft in creative and you want to design a flying machine that blows stuff up. I have done that, designed a tunnel bore, that sort of thing in the past. And one of the big problems is your TNT blows up and it blows up your entire machine, and then you have to rebuild everything because you really didn't want to have that thing blow up at that point in time. So, what I made is a pack that when you blow up TNT and it blows up one of the redstone components that is typically done in a flying machine. There's a few other components that also prevent this, but it will stop the explosion before it happens. And that doesn't happen forever. It's just, like I showed earlier, when it finds something in the explosion radius that would have blown up redstone. So let me show you a little bit of how I think this would be used, and then we will show you how it works, and hopefully you guys learn something. Okay, this is a flying machine that I threw together for somebody a long time ago. It doesn't really do much more than progress one block down and drop TNT. So let's say that I had a mistake and left a block there. You can see the way that this one works. Let's grab a trident. So I've got a loyalty trident. I throw it at that target block. It pulls us down one, pops those out and drops it. But you see, it canceled this explosion, telling me that at 5:03:31, 5:11, there was a canceled explosion. And then I can go and debug why was there a canceled explosion there, and try again and see that I left a slime block, or a honey block in this case, that would have blown up the machine and I would have had to rebuild it. And I can go through and I can try again and it won't blow up my machine. So this little teeny tiny world eater was not designed with this method. It was designed the old-fashioned way, and I can tell you I blew this up multiple times when working on it and getting the TNT spacing right, and sometimes things not moving at all, and then having to mine out stuff. But if you are interested in this flying machine, you can grab it on Structural Lab. I'll probably throw a link in the description, but it sort of shows you the reason why. You might have stone even here or something else. Like maybe it's just a piece of obsidian that you left here. And that is not in our filter list because obsidian is blast proof, but because the TNT would blow up the rest of the machine, it will cancel the explosion. It could just be something simple like that. It could be any number of things. You know, flying machines tear themselves apart all the time, and this is just one more way to keep things safe. Now, how does this work? This uses the Bedrock modding API. So if you didn't know, for behavior packs, Minecraft Bedrock has a JavaScript backend that you can use to directly mod the game. It is a supported and official thing from Mojang. It's not like some hacky thing that we put together. So I will put some links into where to find some documentation on that. The group putting that together has been really awesome, and they've done a lot of really cool things. This is a very basic program. Let me just show you the code quick. So how does this work? We import a bunch of stuff from Mojang. Then we declare a whole bunch of blocks that I'm declaring as safe. You can add or take away from this if you want. This is just the list I came up with. We set a variable for queuing announcements. We'll get into why this is done later. Then we subscribe to an event. This event is an event generated by the world. It is going to warn us before the event happens. And we're going to look at explosions. And we're subscribing to the explosions and passing the event variable into a function call that is going to happen every time there's an explosion. So now our check explosion, what it does is it gets all of the blocks that are impacted. This is available because Mojang has exposed it, and sets this queued announcement to false. If there is no blocks that were exploded, or if there was no canceled explosion, I don't want to print anything. I just want it to happen and pretend like nothing happened. Now, for each block that we have impacted by the explosion, we check to see if it's in our safe blocks list. This means like these blocks will prevent an explosion. If that block is in that list, we cancel the explosion. This is the cancel event. Then we figure out where the explosion would have been, and we queue an announcement for that location. Now, one of the things that you probably will realize when reading this code is we're just overwriting this location probably like 50 to 100 times if there's 50 to 100 redstone pieces that would have blown up. But that kind of washes out because they're all blown up from the same piece of TNT. Now, this location is the location of the explosion source, not of the block that's getting blown up. Then if we have not queued the announcement to run later in the tick, we now have queued that for the future, and we tell the system to run the announcements. If you are adding more blocks, this is the way you do that. You can delete these comments, and you'll see the block name pop up when it's going to be exploded and it wasn't in the safe list, and you can just add that block name up here. Now, the cancel announcements, the way that works is we just loop through everything in the announcements variable and print it to everybody in the world. And then we clear the announcement just in case there was a bunch of them queued for multiple explosions happening at the same time. But that's it. It's pretty simple. Anyway, this is kind of a quick video to get back into things. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please subscribe. I am going to try to post some more stuff. I know I have some new things coming out. If you really like this video, do like the video. And please leave a comment if you're a person who's around here a bunch. I really do appreciate the comments. I read every single one on my channel, even if I don't respond. So thank you for that. This is Mad Hatter, and I'm out. Bye.